I'm heading to the stunning Italian island of Sardinia. Italy has the third highest life expectancy in the world, and Sardinia is a hotspot for some of the longest living people on the planet. They eat a lot of pasta, more than anyone else in the world. In fact, for a healthy, balanced diet, a full 50% of energy should come from complex carbs, like vegetables, rice, and of course, pasta. I'm in the city of Nuoro, and I've been told of a little place where local pasta is being made fresh every day. Each region of Italy has its own varieties, so it's always a joy to discover new shapes and names. Buongiorno!
Buongiorno!
Husband and wife team Antonello and Marta make some of the best pasta in town. What's this one here?
Gnocchetti, maloreddi.
Beautiful. Typical of the area?
Sì, sì, tipico della Sardegna.
And this one and this one?
Sì, maccheroni di busa.
The busa pasta is a long version of macaroni, but there's one pasta here that I actually recognise from my days in Italy. The colazione, can I have a look? Oh my Lord, just look at that. Patata, minta, pecorino.
Pecorino, olio extravergine.
So is it possible if I can assaggi?
Certo, certo.
Grazie mille.
Prego.
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 Antonello and Marta make me a little tasting plate with the maloreddi, busa macaroni and the colagiones in a simple tomato sauce.
Prego.
Ah.
E buon appetito.
Oh, that's delicious. Buono.
Va bene?
Molto buono.
Perfetto.
What's nice is every region, every part of Italy has different shapes and sizes, flavoured in different ways. It's amazing. Absolutely delicious. These guys have told me about another type of pasta that's extremely rare, and it's made right here. So while I'm in town, I have to see it. This is my new best mate, Paola. She makes one of the rarest pastas in Italy. Unbelievably, she's one of only 10 people in the world who know how to make it, and I want to know her secret.
Allora, io sto facendo un'antica pasta barbarecina che esiste solo a Nuoro. Si chiama suvilindeo, che in italiano significa fili di Dio.
Threads of God. Such a beautiful name. The pasta threads have to be really thin, and Paola's an expert craftswoman.
Viene tirata per 8 volte, sovrapponendo i fili, fino a raggiungerne 256. Dopodiché si versa a incrocio, primo, secondo e terzo.
So this is a delicate operation, you know, turning that quite coarse semolina into a silky dough, stretching it, getting the humidity right, and then stretching it over that board. Such a beautiful thing. I've been making pasta for 20 years. I've never seen anything like this. I love this bit.
Vuole provare?
Sì.
Prego. La mano aperta. Così.
Take one.
Sì, per favore.
Sì?
Sì.
Oh, your pasta, you know, so
Non importa, non importa.
I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. Oh, I'm losing it. 20 years of pasta making. It's gonna end up with me wanting to cry. Okay, believe in the force.
Così? Si arrende già?
You go, you do one, I'm gonna reflect. Now you're flirting with me. Yeah, all right. Okay, one more. Okay, this is gonna be my best one. I can feel it. I'm just gonna do a little prayer.
Ginnastica, bella ginnastica, eh?
See, I can feel. No, I can't feel it. Oh God! He gave me a signal. The lights have gone out. That means keep trying. The next stage is for the pasta to be dried in the Sardinian sunshine. It's just ridiculously beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Look how thin it is, it's transparent, right? It's just like unbelievable. Come la cucina pasta? Or...
Col brodo di pecora e il formaggio fresco pecorino primo sale.
Delicious.
Sì, molto buona.
I want to try it. Can I try it? Mangiare?
Facciamo mangiare.
Paola and her friend Bastiano cook the pasta in an authentic way, breaking it up into pieces and adding it to a lovely broth with lots of pecorino cheese. This is going to be one tasty pasta dish. It's just a shame I can't make it. Oh, buonissimo.
Buono?
Fantastico. It's a wonderful balance between the deep broth and the slightly acidic, fresh pecorino. I want to pick the plate up and hug it. It's so good. This is a moment in life when you just don't forget this beautiful woman, her technique, the effort, the love, the care. Very good. Sardinia is home to more men over 100 than anywhere else on the planet. We all know that Italians love their wine, and here is no exception. So I can't tell you that alcohol is good for you. It's not healthy. It's a toxin to the body. And I think we all know that, right? But what's interesting is even though science says that, when you look at the areas that I've travelled to around the world where people live the longest, most productive lives, they all drink. You've probably heard that antioxidants from red wine could benefit your health, but apparently a grape grown here is loaded with them. I'm meeting Francesco, whose family-run business has been making the Canonnau grape into supercharged red wine for 35 years. Francesco, ciao! Tutto bene? So, tell me about your red wine. Why is it so good?
Qui è importante il terreno, ed è acida ed fa stare con l'uva in equilibrio. Poi abbiamo l'altitudine sul mare.
Right.
Abbiamo quindi a 750 metri sul livello del mare qui, quindi molto caldo di giorno, ma di notte c'è freddo. È un'uva molto equilibrata, con molti flavonoidi.
So when you have higher flavonoids, does that make the fruit darker?
Sì, in pratica in altitudine, ecco, con queste escursioni termiche aumentano molto i flavonoidi.
Interesting. So, you know, we're in Sardinia and people here, they're pretty healthy. They're really healthy and they love their wine.
È che il vino comunque, se il pane è importante per vivere, stai vivo, però il vino fai festa. No?
Vino, sì.
Andiamo in cantina.
Come on. Let me check out your cantina. The family vineyard is organic and biodynamic, so zero chemicals. And the grapes are harvested by the lunar calendar, a practice thought to enhance ecological harmony.
Sì. Questo è un vino abbastanza giovane, del 2015, quindi da ottobre 2015.
See my hands up already. I'm so excited. Smells good.
Questo è il Canonnau tipico.
Scusa.
Prego.
First time I've been allowed to help myself. Can you imagine? So look at that colour. Amazing. This grape is very high in those fantastic flavonoids.
La particolarità, questo è un Canonnau abbastanza giovane, sentiamo ancora il frutto e un leggero anche sentore di poco di verde, un po' legato ai tannini, ma la caratteristica maggiore che ha il Canonnau è proprio che accompagna bene le pietanze e una bevibilità molto alta.
And the tannins, you know, these are the things that leave the side of your tongue just a little dry, making your mouth water, and that's the first stage of digestion. The way the Sardinians think of red wine is more like pork and apple sauce in Britain. You know, it's not like wine separate, booze. It's not, you know, you bring it back with the food. Complimenti, delizioso.
Bene, grazie.
I need a little bit of arrosto misto.
Hai fame?
Sì,
Hai fame?
sì.
Allora andiamo a casa a mangiare, dai.
Grazie.
Prendiamo 2 bottiglie e andiamo a casa.
I gave him a little subtle hint.
Okay.
Now I've got a dinner date. Always works. It's a good day to gate crash. There's something extra special going on out back, in preparation for a good old-fashioned Italian-style knees-up. This is Francesco's brother-in-law. He's been cooking this beautiful pig. Look at this. Oh, look at the crackling. So this is a local pig split over the fire, cooked over wood, and they've been basting it with yet more flavonoids. This is myrtle, and there was water, oil, and chili in there, a little salt, and they were kind of basting that as they were cooking it. So the myrtle here and the berries here are yet another source of flavonoid. Time to take it in? Yeah? Here we go. Oh, ciao, guys. Look at this. Myrtle's a shrub that grows all over the island. It has sweet aromatic leaves and peppery berries. And the Sardinians use it in everything, from roasted meats and liqueurs to pasta. Doesn't get much more Italian than this. Nonna's made all the pasta. This is the first time I've seen a pesto made with myrtle. And I've got loads of it at home, so I'm definitely going to try it. See, the myrtle is fantastico.
Bene, Jimmy. Buon appetito.
Grazie mille. Buon appetito a tutti.
Grazie.
Grazie mille.
Versiamo il vino, dai. Salvatore che versa il vino, dai.
Oh, wow. Lovely. Really, really good. Grazie. Just brilliant. Red wine's flowing. Nonna's myrtle pesto orecchietti has gone down a treat. But I've got my eyes on the prize, that unbelievable suckling pig.
Che ho dimenticato. Vieni qui. Questa è Nenna, Jimmy.
Oh, hello, Nella. Hello. You feeling left out?
Anche lei, hai visto, ha protestato, voleva essere presentata. Facciamo un brindisi?
Salute!
Cin cin! Cin cin!
What more do you want? Loads of family, friends, wine, good food. Absolutely brilliant. Classic Italian style. Love it. Next stop on my search for the world's best superfoods is an Italian island bursting with beauty and amazing ingredients. Here in Sardinia, citrus fruits are massively celebrated. Oranges and lemons are grown in abundance and form a key part of their Mediterranean diet. Of course, we can all pick them out of a fruit bowl, but there's so many delicious ways to get citrus into your dishes. So I'm heading to the harbour to join a local fishing boat. Forget squeezing a lemon slice over battered fish and chips. I hear these guys take adding citrus to their fresh fish to a whole new level. Buongiorno!
Ciao!
Ciao Jamie!
Tutto bene?
Tutto bene!
Fantastico.
Ciao Ignazzina!
Ciao, Jimmy. Andiamo?
Sì,
Siamo
sì.
pronti?
Andiamo a
Via.
pesca?
Husband and wife, Gemiliano and Ignazzina, have been fishing off this southern Sardinian coast for years. And it's definitely a family affair, with their grandson Davide also part of the crew. They fish sustainably, with small nets cast overnight, then pulled in the next morning. I'm super excited to discover what's in today's catch. So they're pulling up the nets. Let's see if we can get anything. Hey! Here we go. We got red mullet.
Beautiful.
Red mallet.
One of my favourites. Seppia.
Seppia. Woohoo!
We like cuttlefish. Look at this. What's this one?
Scorpion fish.
Scorpion fish. Buono?
Very good.
Sì.
Come la cucina.
Questa la facciamo marinare prima con un po' di limone e poi saltato in padella.
Okay. As soon as the catch is on board, it's time for lunch. This is the real deal when it comes to fast food. So we've got the cuttlefish here, and we're just prepping that, pulling the skin off. It's very much like squid. Delicious. Red mullet, which is beautiful. Look at that. They just gut the red mullet, and he's going to cook it on that plancha like that. We're going to cook it whole.
Sì, si cucina intero.
They cook the fish always whole because then you get the flavour from the bones. It's more juicy, it's more protected. And what's quite interesting is they leave the scales on and go dry on the plancha. And the scales act like a kind of non-stick, and it really helps retain a lot of moisture in that fish. While Gemiliano keeps an eye on the grill, Ignazzina has asked me to help with some citrus celebrating marinades and dressings. For the sepia, delicious, lovely coloured. I love it, look. Olive oil, sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, some parsley. So she's doing this to make a marinade for the sepia, the cuttlefish. And of course you could do this with any fish, absolutely any fish. You know, getting flavour in there. It does help to tenderise the fish, of course, and it's just beautiful, it really is. Over here, I'm just doing a very simple, basic dressing. So lemon juice, orange juice, salt, parsley, a little bit of chilli, some lovely olive oil, and you can put that on the fish after it's cooked. Orange, she wants a bit of orange juice.
Ok.
So you can see, like, you know, the citrus is being used everywhere. And the benefits aren't just flavour. Citrus fruits are packed with vitamin C, which is fantastic for our immune system, as well as collagen production, which helps maintain healthy bones, teeth and skin. Making dressings out of lemon and lime and grapefruit is an incredibly easy way to get more and more and more vitamin C in your diet. I love the way it's just sloshing about with the movement of the sea. The fresh cuttlefish, coated in Ignazzina's amazing citrus marinade, is ready for cooking. I've got to say, this is very exciting.
Po' di sale?
See? Seasoning it. Smells incredible. Of course, garlic's doing its wonderful work. I think this is probably the freshest fish I've ever eaten. I mean, I've eaten freshly caught scallops and oysters out of the sea, straight away raw. But for actual whole fish, I think this has got to be the freshest I've ever had it. I'm really excited. The moment the truth is here. Look, it's just got Sardinia written all over it. You've got the cuttlefish that's been marinated there as well. I'm going to finish it with just a little bit of this dressing, of that olive oil and citrus. Look at that. Viva Sardinia! Beautiful, simple food, cooked with joy. Mangiare? I'm just going to use my fingers.
Apriamo il tavolo?
Yeah.
La forchetta?
Oh, look at that! What? So juicy. Oh,
Veri? No?
grazie mille. So good.
Fresh fish, a fresh orange.
Beautiful. Healthy proteins in the fish. Wonderful, vitamin-heavy citrus fruits. We can't argue how important vitamin C is for good health, and keeping yourself in good nick is such an important vitamin that you need to have every day. And of course, back home in England, even if it's raining, we can still get all of these ingredients in a regular supermarket. So, what are you waiting for? Next time you go shopping, pick up the citrus fruit.
Buono. Buona, buona.
Grazie mille. To get inspiration for lunch, I'm off to Sardinia, a jewel of an island off the west coast of Italy. It's a hotbed of centenarians, and there are more 100-year-old fellas here than anywhere else on the planet. And there's one ingredient used in pretty much every meal here, the humble tomato. And the Italians grow over 300 varieties. In the fertile ground of Santa Margherita di Pula, in southern Sardinia, there's a man doing incredible things. Buongiorno!
Buongiorno.
For me, he's the Don of Tomatoes, Giancarlo Congi.
Giancarlo. Come?
Look at this.
Qui abbiamo, vedi, il sole, vedi quest'acqua, cioè salata, che noi usiamo per l'irrigazione. Grande microclima.
Yeah.
Ormai abbiamo tutto per poter produrre un buon pomodoro. E questo dà proprio il 90% del sapore al nostro camona o alla nostra tipologia camona.
Sardinia's most famous tomato is the Canonnau, and the surrounding sea has a hand in the unique flavour of Giancarlo's crop. So I know that tomatoes are incredibly healthy, but why do you think tomatoes are so good for your body?
Perché il pomodoro in generale già dall'inizio era molto ricco di licopene. Il licopene è una sostanza antiossidante, di conseguenza anche antitumorale. Noi qui, almeno nella nostra azienda, abbiamo cercato anche di migliorare, cioè siamo andati a coltivare quelle varietà di camona con colore molto accentuato, molto nere, che rispetto al pomodoro rosso raggiungono anche 10-20 volte in più di licopene.
Giancarlo's been tinkering with his tomatoes for years, trying to increase their levels of lycopene. And all the magic happens in here. Ooh, look at this. So let's try one of these Canonnau tomatoes then.
Prova a assaggiarlo perché è eccezionale.
Look at that. The original Canonnau was more green, but he's bred more red into it, deeper red. And he's bigged up the quantities of lycopene in the skin. And lycopene you know, is part of the kind of the polyphenol family. It's kind of a protective layer, protects the fruit. And of course, when we eat it, it has those equally kind of protective qualities. Oh, wow. Delicioso.
Buono. È già salato.
Piccola sale. You know, it's already seasoned, you know, from the salty water. It's quite something.
Buono?
Buono, molto buono. Very good. Because they've been watered with the salty water and it's in the air, if you look on the floor, you see little white salt marks. You know, it's already seasoned the tomatoes. And of course, when you eat it, delicious. Really, really good.
A questo tipo di pomodoro non devi aggiungere sale, perché per noi aggiungere sale vuol dire una bestemmia.
Oh, really? Well, I love this idea that there's people like Giancarlo around the world really working on different fruits and vegetables and products that have higher nutritional content. That just by doing your regular shop, people like him are making that shop more nutritious. And I love this idea of coming back to the reality that real food is full of goodness. In a time where we're so up for taking vitamins and supplements, this is where it's at. And the more goodness we can get into our food, the happier and healthier we're going to be for sure. Beautiful. Ah, the best bit. Lunchtime.
Ora,
Look at these tomatoes, they're unbelievable. So you're going to make the salad,
sì.
Louis?
Fine food and family, a classic Italian combo, and lunch brings out both, including the newest member of Giancarlo's family, Giancarlo Jr. The Canonnau is at its best eaten raw.
My main man here is just doing a rustic tomato salad. I mean, it's very beautiful.
And very simple, a trio of tomatoes, red onion and capers.
So what's the key to the perfect tomato salad, big boy?
L'insalata perfetta sono due. Uno è scegliere i buoni ingredienti e un buon pomodoro, che è la prima cosa. Poi una volta si prepara l'insalata e si deve lasciare, una volta che sono stati messi tutti gli ingredienti, almeno mezz'ora a marinare.
So just leave that to marinate for a little while. He's true to his word. There's no salt gone in there at all. Time for some mazzamorro.
Mazzamurro.
This is a local classic, a peasant dish made with stale bread, layered with cooked tomatoes and topped with pecorino cheese.
So good. So simple. So we've got the fresh tomato salad here. We've got the cooked tomatoes here in the mazzamorro. Interestingly, when you cook tomatoes, that all-important lycopene is more available to your body to absorb. So cooking it is better for the lycopene. Having it raw is better for the vitamin C. So what's the answer? Have both. So that was amazing. Short of a bit of wine, though.
Today, I'm heading inland to an area called Solanus, famed for amazing health and long living.
Here in Sardinia, they have more 100-year-old men than anywhere else on the planet.
These guys are clearly doing something right, so I'm looking forward to meeting Tonino, a strapping 6-foot-tall shepherd who's lived here all his life.
Tonino,
Tonino, piacere. Jamie.
questo è mio figlio che mi aiuta.
It's a day of hard manual labour with an entire flock of sheep to shear.
Tonino, he's using the old school shears. Nothing electrical, nothing mechanical, and he's taken the whole fleece off. But it's done with a lot of care.
It will be a tough job even for a young man, but Tonino is an incredible 86-year-old.
For someone of his age, amazing. And this is what he does. He looks after the sheep, you know, all the time himself, apart from on shearing day, where his son comes along. 2 generations here, late 80s, late 60s. I bet these sheep are really happy to get these fleeces off in this weather, right?
Sì, sì. Sono contenti adesso loro di toglierli da là.
These are long, heavy, warm fleeces. And this is the perfect time of year to get rid of them. And actually outside are all the men. These are all the girls. And they're talking to each other. But when these come out, their girls are going to look totally different. One down, about 20 to go.
I really want to know what's fueling Tonino's strength, and I only have to look at what he's growing to discover his secret weapon. Fava beans, or broad beans to you and I, are a staple of these shepherds. They're low in fat,
high in protein and fibre, and a fantastic superfood ingredient. And here in Italy, they eat almost 12 times more beans than us Brits every year. So I'm delighted to be joining Tonino for a typical bean-fueled lunch, prepared by his old-school friend Maria, herself 88 years young.
Buonasera Maria,
Buonasera.
come stai?
Bene, bene, grazie.
Fantastico.
Maria has already got a pan of Tonino's fava beans on the go.
Queste fave le ho seminate nel mio terreno.
Sì?
Sì, è un terreno che viene molto di sapore buono.
We've got fava beans in here. We know them as the humble broad bean, okay? We grow these back home. He will only eat his own beans, like many of the local people around here, because it's cheap, because it's seasonal, because it's nutritious. He'll have them fresh, for sure, but then he'll dry them, and he'll dry them for the rest of the year. So they've soaked some beans in water overnight, and they're boiling them now. So Maria, come la cucina fava?
Non solo le fave,
Ok.
si mischia tutto, brodo e fave.
No, ma se il brodo è troppo, lo devo togliere un po'.
What's cute is these two have known each other since they were like 5 years old. So the banter's great.
Debile come essi, hanno
Exchanging cooking tips here.
Calma, calma.
I love it. It's like me and my wife cooking. So, cipolla?
Col fritto.
Maria fries some onions in olive oil and once soft adds her homemade tomato sauce. Then it's all into one big pot with the beans, broth, some cabbage and a small amount of pork meat, bones and fat.
Un piatto tradizionale, antichissimo. Nei tempi si mangiavano
le fave.
quasi 4 volte alla settimana, si mangiavano le fave.
Really?
Tanto la gente era povera in quei tempi.
This is a real poor man's cooking. You know, he's talking about a 400, 500-year-old recipe. If you actually look at the whole pot, it's mainly vegetables and beans with a little meat. They would have been really hungry, working manual labour. So this would have been full of the good stuff, the broth, the vegetables, the beans, energy. And of course, they work it all off up the mountains or whatever they're doing.
Maria now simply leaves it to cook for an hour and a half.
It smells incredible. Can't wait to try this.
Ecco la cena pronta, signori. Eccolo. Allora, servitevi.
It smells amazing.
Speriamo che sia buono.
Pasta?
Sì.
Oh.
I'm humbled to be offered this real taste of traditional Sardinian food. Homegrown, self-harvested and cooked with love and care by an active community over double my age.
Oh, delicioso. This is so tasty. You know, the ratio of meat is quite low, but it's given exceptional flavour. But, of course, the whole story started with the humble broad bean. You know, this village, this area is testament to beans being incredibly good for you. They're used all the time. So let's get creative. Let's put a handful of beans in a dish here, in a stew there, a soup there. Let's just big up the beans, guys. So if you want to be as strong as this man, by the time you get into your late 80s, get on those beans, ASAP.